Found in a surplus store, this complex and precisely machined visual instrument is clearly missing components. It features a large bottom lens that is see-through without magnification and a smaller top lens, eyepiece, that shows a smaller, inverted and mirrored image with a black dot in the center. It looks like part of a larger scientific or technical apparatus. What specific type of optical instrument could this be the head of? This intricate optical component is identified as the head, or eyepiece assembly, of a microscope. The description matches the typical function. The bottom lens would normally connect to the objective lens turret of the microscope body, and the eyepiece provides the final magnification, often showing an inverted image, which is normal for many compound microscopes. The black dot might be part of a reticle for measuring or pointing. Surplus stores often receive incomplete scientific equipment, making finds like this, a high-quality but partial microscope head, quite common. This couch, owned for years, has a perplexing folding mechanism built into its back frame. When folded down, it seems to serve some purpose, but leaving it folded makes the back cushions sit uncomfortably without proper support. What is the intended function of this folding part integrated into the couch's structure? It doesn't seem to enhance comfort or offer storage. This folding mechanism isn't intended for use once the sofa is assembled in your home. It's purely for shipping and storage efficiency. When folded down, it makes the back of the sofa base flush with the height of the arms. This allows the sofa, and potentially the detached cushions placed on the seat, to form a more compact rectangular block. This minimizes the space the sofa takes up during transport from the manufacturer to the retailer and then to your home, saving on shipping costs and making storage easier. Once set up, it should remain unfolded. What is this small cup-like object featuring a prominent slot in its side? The design suggests it's meant to hold or dispense something specific that comes in a roll or strip, allowing it to be fed out through the slot. But what exactly? It seems too small for tape or labels. Could it be related to crafting, office supplies, or some other specific task? This small slotted cup is identified as a dispenser for postage stamps that come in rolls. Before self-adhesive stamps became ubiquitous, stamps were often sold in coils or rolls, typically with perforations between them. This type of dispenser would hold the roll inside, and the user could feed the end of the stamp strip through the side slot, tearing off stamps as needed. It provided a convenient way to store and access rolled stamps, keeping them tidy and preventing the roll from unraveling. Found in a miscellaneous bag at a thrift store, these small boxes are made of brass and silver-colored metal and are lined with velvet fabric. They seem too tiny for typical jewelry storage. Online searches haven't yielded results. What are these small, lined metal boxes intended for, and where might they originate from? Their size and materials suggest a specific purpose or origin. These small, ornate containers are identified as pill, trinket, or small jewelry boxes originating from India or Pakistan. A very common decorative element for these boxes, especially on the lids, involves using inlaid pieces of dyed camel bone, often arranged in intricate patterns. They come in various sizes and levels of ornateness and are frequently lined with velvet-like fabric in colors such as purple, burgundy, or black. Being handmade, their lids often don't close perfectly smoothly. While charming and common souvenirs are thrift finds, they are typically not considered highly valuable. What is this device that emits a purple light when turned on and tilted downward? The light automatically turns off when the device is tilted back to a vertical position. This behavior suggests a safety mechanism or a specific mode of operation tied to its orientation. What could this purple light-emitting object be used for? Is it a type of flashlight, a signaling device, or something related to sanitation or inspection? This device is identified as a UV sanitizing wand. It emits ultraviolet, specifically UVC light, which is known to kill bacteria and viruses on surfaces. The purple glow is often a visible byproduct or indicator light. The tilt sensor is a crucial safety feature. It ensures the powerful UV light only activates when pointed downwards towards a surface, preventing accidental exposure to the user's eyes or skin, as UVC light can be harmful. These wands became popular for quickly disinfecting small objects or surfaces. While driving in a college parking lot, a tire was instantly punctured and deflated by running over this small, hollow metal tube. The air hissed right out through the tube. What could this specific type of hollow metal tube be? Its ability to puncture a tire suggests it's relatively sturdy, and its hollow nature is distinctive. Could it be part of a pen, a small tool, or something else entirely? This small, hollow metal tube is identified as the internal component of a THC or nicotine vape cartridge or disposable vape pen. These devices heat liquid containing THC or nicotine, and the vapor is inhaled through a central metal tube like this one. When discarded improperly, these sturdy metal tubes can unfortunately end up on the ground and are rigid enough to puncture a tire if run over at the right angle. Its discovery in a college parking lot aligns with the common use of such vaping products. This carved wooden stick, about 29 centimeters long, has perplexed its owner for years. It features a hole, some green felt lining part of it, and a screw embedded inside. The combination of elements is unusual: wood carving, felt, a screw, and a hole. What could this intriguing object be? It doesn't immediately resemble a common tool or decorative item. The specific arrangement suggests a functional purpose. Despite its somewhat disguised appearance, this carved wooden stick is identified as a bottle opener, likely a fancier or souvenir version. The key functional parts are the hole and the embedded screw. The hole likely fits over the bottle cap, while the edge near the screw acts as the lever point to pry the cap off. The green felt might be purely decorative or intended to provide a better grip or protect the bottle. It's a more stylized take on the simple function of opening a capped bottle, perhaps designed to look like something else at first glance. Found with unclear origins, this small metal object features spikes and rings. Its appearance is reminiscent of fishing tackle, perhaps designed to attract fish, but its exact function, or how it would be rigged, isn't obvious. The combination of shiny metal, spikes, and rings suggests movement and attraction in water. What specific type of fishing gear could this be? This small, spiky, ringed metal object is indeed a type of fishing lure, specifically a spinner or part of a spinner rig. The shiny, often rotating components are designed to catch light and create vibrations in the water, mimicking the movement of small prey fish and attracting larger, predatory fish. The rings are attachment points for the fishing line and potentially hooks. While the exact configuration isn't clear, it's meant to be tied between the main fishing line and the hook, adding flash and action to entice a bite. This 4-inch metal object was found among other beer-related items and is clearly marked Pabst Brewing CO and Richmond, VA branch. While Google Lens suggested button hooks, its context and brewery marking strongly imply a connection to beverages. How would this tool have been used, likely to open a beer container from the era associated with the Richmond branch? It doesn't look like a standard bottle opener. This Pabst Brewing Comber branded metal tool served a dual purpose, common before modern pull tabs and twist-off caps. One end, often pointed or hooked, was used to puncture and lift the triangular tabs on old-style flat-top beer cans, requiring 2 holes, one to drink, one for air. The other end, typically a flatter, wider hook, was likely designed for prying open paint can lids, a surprisingly common secondary function for these types of promotional brewery giveaways. It's a vintage tool for opening both beer and paint cans. Received as part of branded swag, this item consists of a small rubber roller attached to what looks like an earbud case, though likely just a holder. What is the purpose of this little roller? It seems too small for lint removal from clothes and is paired with tech-related branding. Could it be for cleaning or applying something? Its specific design suggests a targeted function. This small rubber roller, often attached to a branded holder resembling an earbud case, is designed as a screen cleaner for phones, tablets, or other electronic devices with smooth displays. The slightly tacky or smooth rubber surface picks up fingerprints, dust, and smudges as it's rolled across the screen. Some might be washable and reusable. It's a common and practical promotional item, swag, given away by companies, offering a handy way to keep device screens clean on the go. Found shredded in the grass after mowing the lawn, this object originally consisted of a copper tube about 3 inches long with flared ends. Inside was a glass bead and a spring. The mower impact revealed the internal components. The arrangement of the bead and spring inside the tube suggests some kind of valve mechanism, possibly pressure activated. What could this small copper device with internal bead and spring be? This device is identified as the working end of a shake or jiggle siphon starter. This type of siphon works by rapidly moving the end, containing the glass bead valve up and down while submerged in the liquid you want to siphon. The movement causes the bead to act as a one-way valve, pumping liquid up into the hose until gravity takes over and the siphon flows continuously. The copper tube houses the valve mechanism, and the flared ends likely helped with flow and connection to a hose. Standing approximately 30 centimeters, about 1 foot tall, these objects feature a glass bulb that twists off. Shaking them gently produces no sound from within. Their shape resembles candlesticks, but the removable bulb and lack of obvious candle holder are puzzling. Are they miniature oil lamps, decorative items, or perhaps a specific type of candlestick with a hidden mechanism? These are identified as spring-loaded candlesticks, sometimes called follower or courtier candlesticks. Inside the main shaft, hidden beneath the removable bulb or cap, is a spring mechanism. You insert a standard tapered candle into the shaft, and the spring pushes the candle upwards as it burns down, keeping the flame at a relatively constant height. The glass bulb or cap likely covers the wick top when not in use, or might be part of the aesthetic design. This design ensures a consistent look and potentially reduces wax dripping. Found on a shelf in an Airbnb closet in Florida, this odd wooden box has a glass lid and features 2 rotating holders lined with cushy foam pads inside. It includes a power adapter and multiple switches. Plugging it in and fiddling with the switches didn't produce any obvious action, but the rotating pads suggest it's meant to hold and move something delicate. What is this powered, rotating display box? This device is an automatic watch winder. It's designed specifically for automatic, self-winding wristwatches. These watches contain a mechanism that winds the mainspring using the motion of the wearer's wrist. When not worn, the watch will eventually stop. The watch winder simulates this motion by slowly rotating the watch S placed on the padded holders. The multiple switches likely control rotation direction, duration, and frequency, turns per day, to suit different watch models. It keeps automatic watches wound and ready to wear, especially for collectors with multiple timepieces. Found in a washing machine, likely having fallen out of someone's pocket, this small plastic object is about 1 inch long. It features a soft, flexible gray rubber spike that inserts into the main plastic body. The flat side is marked with the number 209. Its small size and combination of hard plastic and soft rubber suggest it's a protective cap or plug for some kind of electronic connector. What specific connector might this fit? This small plastic and rubber item is identified as a protective dust cover, commonly used for various types of fiber optic connectors, such as V-pin connectors. The main plastic part, sometimes referred to as the sock, would slip over the male plug, while the pointed, soft rubber spike inserts snugly into the fiber optic port or the end of the connector itself. This prevents dust, dirt, and moisture from contaminating the delicate optical surfaces, which is crucial for maintaining signal integrity in fiber optic systems. The number 209 is likely a part or mold number. Discovered in the kitchen, this translucent plastic container feels like thicker Tupperware and features a very tight screw-on top. Its shape and material suggest food storage or preparation, but the extremely secure lid is notable. What is this specific type of container designed for? Is it for liquids, solids, or a particular process like freezing or fermenting? This container is identified as a freeze and squeeze type popsicle or ice pop mold. You fill the container with juice, yogurt, or other liquids, screw the tight lid on, and place it in the freezer. Once frozen solid, the tight lid prevents leaks and freezer burn. To eat the popsicle, you unscrew the lid and gently squeeze the flexible plastic container from the bottom, pushing the frozen treat upwards. They are reusable alternatives to disposable popsicle wrappers. Found at the bottom of a small hiking backpack, this object is about 1 inch square, made of black plastic, and has a round magnet embedded in the middle. It's lightweight and has no markings, but looks like it clips onto something. While found in a hiker's backpack, it doesn't immediately resemble typical camping or hiking gear components. What could this magnetic clip be for? This small magnetic clip is specifically designed as part of a hydration pack system. It usually comes in 2 parts. One piece clips onto the shoulder strap of the backpack, and the other, like the one found, clips onto the drinking hose of the hydration reservoir, water bladder. The magnets hold the drinking hose securely to the shoulder strap, keeping the mouthpiece easily accessible for the hiker and preventing the hose from dangling or flopping around during activity. It's a common accessory for convenient hands-free hydration. Unexpectedly found inside a chewy box containing a crate pad, this heavy metal object is arrowhead-shaped and weighs almost a pound. Handling it leaves black crud, likely rust or grime, on the hands. A kiwi provides scale. Why would such a heavy, industrial-looking metal piece be in a box from Chewy, a pet supply company? What is its actual purpose? This heavy, arrowhead-shaped metal object is identified as a scraper, or shank, from a Brilliant brand agricultural cultivator. Cultivators are farm implements used to till soil, remove weeds, and prepare seed beds. These scraper points are the ground-engaging parts that break up the soil. How it ended up in a Chewy box is a complete mystery. Perhaps it fell into the box during shipping at a warehouse, or it was part of a reused box. It's definitely an odd companion for a pet crate pad. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.